3, 2, 1. Let's go! I love country because it's real.
It's just my lifestyle.
It's who I am.
That's what country is.
It's about family. It's about America.
It's Britt on the road.
From the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.
Let me show you how a country girl gets it done, y'all.
You're on with Britt Bailey.
And got to play the Ryman in Nashville, so like for it being a bad year, we can't complain too much. We were pretty fortunate, but no, it's been good. We're still ready for it to get back to 100% normal, which it's not yet, but it's getting a lot closer.
Yeah. Well, and tell me how the Ryman was, because of course Mother Church.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. Did you get to like even sing a cappella maybe a little bit without a microphone in there?
Well, I was kind of nervous, you know.
Yeah.
Cody Johnson called and asked if we wanted to open for him for that, so it was real nice of Cody to do that. We tried to stay calm all day, you know, like, you know, just another show, but stepping out there, it definitely wasn't.
I bet.
It was fun. It's something we'll remember forever.
Oh,
it was something else.
I bet. Oh my goodness. And so now moving forward from there, you've got some cool stuff that's coming out like this week. Like the 3rd, am I right? Where's Heather? Was it the 3rd that it came out?
Yeah.
Oh, now the 6th. Okay, my bad.
I don't never know. Yeah,
3 days later than the 3rd.
Yeah, we put out a new single 3-4 weeks ago, and we just decided to put another one out this week. But we didn't really tell anybody. This is the first anybody knows about. I told people downstairs at Flint show a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're putting out a song called "The Saint" Monday. Just gonna tell our fans that it's out today because people don't like waiting. So
yeah,
well, I guess they have to wait now till the 6th.
Just till the 6th. So tell us a little bit about the song then. Tease them with that.
Yeah, well, I wrote it with my friend Trent Willman. I was flying down to his house in Tennessee, and I was watching a movie on the plane, old Western called Nevada Smith.
Okay.
If anybody's ever seen it, it's a Steve McQueen movie. But a kid sees his parents get murdered, and throughout the movie goes back and kills them all back. So we wrote this kind of old Western, revenge song.
Sure.
Yeah. So and you know we didn't really have any story songs, or we hadn't written any story songs for a while. So it's a story song that's about revenge, getting back at the people that killed his parents. It's called "The Saint." Yeah.
Interesting. I am so excited to hear that. I'm sure it is very unique.
Yeah, I mean, you don't hear songs like it this day and age that are like that. The old Crystal D used to have a lot of those story songs. And we just thought we needed to write one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So exciting for you guys. So what do you got kind of going on into 2022 for your upcoming plans, other than just releasing this?
Right, yeah. So we'll have a full album come out probably midsummer or so, but we're going to release a few singles before then just because, like I said, fans want stuff sooner than later right now. So just be putting stuff out. And then we got a lot of great shows coming up, you know. I mean, playing in Billings after the finals for the Chase Hawks Rodeo, and then Gillette for Buck and Ball for Rodeo New Year's, and then I think we're doing Steamboat, the music festival, and just a lot of cool things coming in. Yeah, and the summer's looking really, really good.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, what do you have to play for us today? Can you play
maybe
that
I'll play
new
the
song?
Saint just because I was talking about it so much.
Perfect.
Brand new one here for you. Caleb was 8 when they found him in the spring of '65, in a field where he hid while deserters rode in and burned his whole family alive. 48 miles away was a mission Father Ryan took a boy in to raise. Said he'd never had taught him to fire that Colt Navy. He'd known the hell to be paid. But he gave young Caleb his Bible just before he rode off in the night. Boy held it up and he smiled as he quoted from Romans, "Vengeance is mine." Now the newspapers call him a killer, and the common man call him a saint. In the land of the God-forsaken, sometimes they're one and the same. He took 3 of them down in El Paso, 1 more in a Kansas hotel. Someone heard him say this one's for mother, as he sent the 5th one to hell. Now there's stories from Springfield to Denver, how this quiet man nobody knows is doing what the local law would, dodging bullets like some kind of ghost. And the newspapers call him a killer, and the common man calls him a saint. But in the land of the God-forsaken, sometimes they're one and the same, one and the same. Now the Pinkertons got tired of choking, almost gone dust again and again. So after a few years, they strung up a drifter. So this time they finally got their name, and the newspapers called him a killer, and the common man called him a saint. In the land of the God-forsaken, sometimes they're one and the same, one and the same. Sometimes they're one and the same. Thank you.
Is it easier writing a story song than it is writing a regular song, or is it, vice versa?
I don't know. I guess to me it's kind of the same. I mean, the stories sometimes are harder because they really got to line up.
Yeah.
It's got to be all in line, and sometimes writing those lines to fit in the timeline of the story is hard to make fit. But
I bet.
that was a fun one. I told Trent that day, I was like, man, I just watched this movie. He's like, let's write that. So.
Yeah. Well, and you've written with Trent quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Trent, he produces my records, and he's one of the only guys in Nashville that's a cowboy. So
right.
we hooked up, and we fit good together. We barely ever go to town. We just sit on his porch out in Dixon and write, rodeo songs and cowboy stuff that you don't hear much, but that's what Trent knows because he's a cowboy from West Texas, and and I'm from Wyoming, so we fit good together, writing those type of songs.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And you guys have had some great success with these songs. You've just been doing so much stuff. I mean, we had a few albums out before I met Trent, and then but Trent really, I would say, helped us turn the corner. He's just such a great writer and just a great human. I mean, I got to give Trent a lot of credit. I wouldn't be where I am today without Trent Williams. Yeah.
So.
Well, and I think there's a lot of artists out there that I think people don't realize that they've heard so many of Trent's songs.
Yeah, I mean, Trent's wrote a lot of stuff with Cody, and I mean, he's had several number ones on Nashville radio, and I think Trent's told me he's had like 40-some number ones in Texas, or I don't know that number.
That's crazy.
But and so I mean, there's a lot of songs that people know that Trent wrote.
Yeah.
He's a good writer.
Yeah. Well, and during the pandemic, I remember seeing a lot of your Facebook Lives that you guys would do.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun to be able to pretty much feel like you were sitting in the living room, just kind of listening and listening to your conversation.
Yeah, those were fun for a little while. We did them because we were kind of getting bored.
Sure.
I mean, we were so used to, we toured our whole lives since for 20 years touring. So like not being able to go was tough. So like people started doing them, and at first they were really good. I mean, a lot of people did them. They got a little watered down with a lot of people toward the end. So we never did it for the Venmo or whatever people. We just everybody was stuck at home. We thought they needed to have something to do with us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I am so glad that you took a moment here to hop on the ranch stage and do some songs and talk a little bit.
Thanks for having me. It's been great. Last time we interviewed was on the bus in the Tropicana parking lot.
Yeah, right with the BFO being
That's
there.
right, yeah.
And now the BFO has moved.
That's right.
So
we'd have more parking over there now.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is a little bit better because now everybody that's here, you have a huge fan base. As you can tell, that there's a lot of people here to listen to you as they're walking. I'm like, I've seen some people walking by and like they start walking slower as you were singing.
Well,
like they're just stopping.
Yeah, NFR is good for us. We grew up on a ranch in Wyoming. a lot of people that come to the NFR from Wyoming, South Dakota, Montana. So like it's the NFR is definitely our fan base for sure. So we like to be out here seeing everybody. It's just a lot of friends and family.
Yeah, it's those friends that you see once a year but can pick up right from where
That's
you
right.
left off.
Yep. It's the one trip of town for a lot of ranchers and stuff. You know, they never get to go do fun stuff. So it's fun to see those people once a year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, do you have another song for us? And
Sure.
we can wrap this up. And before you do that, though, tell everybody where they can find your stuff, especially if anybody's new listening. And what's the best way to find all of your info?
We sell cassette tapes at the Coffee Cup Fuel Stop in Moorcroft. So, no,
Right around the corner.
it's all over the internet and Pandora and whatever, Spotify. It's all over the internet. So just check it out. How are you? I'll do one more here. Yeah, this is we put this song out about a month ago or 3 weeks. I can't remember. A song called "Blame It on the Rain." I also wrote with Trent, and we're really excited about this. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever wrote with Trent because you know, we were joking one day, like cowboys don't really cry; they just kind of blame it on something else. You know, like they don't show a lot of emotion. And, we were talking about Dad. I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen Dad cry, and he's like, well, cowboys don't cry. So this is a song called "Blame It on the Rain." Well, she told you 100 times you would have to pick a side. White line chasing corn and line. Oh, her. Well, I guess she finally called your bluff. 'Cause there she is in that old truck, pulling out the drive without a word. Well, everybody knows the tough old cowboys never cry. You brace against the cold, try to hold it all inside. Something shows in your eyes as a red tail light roll off into the night and fade away. Just blame it on the rain. Well, that trust of faith of J.D. Black is like your favorite old felt hat. Neither one stop the weather, but it keeps it off your face. You can curse the devil, curse the dust, hard times and your busted luck, but it wasn't you that made her leave that way. Blame it on the rain. Well, everybody knows the tough old cowboys never cry. You brace against the cold and try to hold it all inside. Something shows in your eyes as a red tail lights roll off into the night and fade away. Just blame it on the rain. Well, everybody knows this old cowboy never cries. Now I brace against the cold and try to hold it all inside. Something shows in my eyes as a red tail light roll off into the night and fade away. I'll just blame it on the rain. I'll just blame it on the rain. Thank you.
Such a great song.
I
You
appreciate
guys
that.
seriously make such great music together.
I know Trent's awesome. We have fun ideas, and he knows what I'm looking for sound. You know? I mean,
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs that come out of Nashville that are great songs that just don't fit me.
Yeah.
So, but that's why, you know, for a lot of years I was getting songs pitched to me, and I was cutting songs when they never felt quite right. And I'm not one of those artists that wants to write everything. I like outside songs. It's just growing up on a ranch and then growing up rodeoing, it's really tough to find songs that fit me. And it's the same with Cody Johnson, the Cowboys. Like there's a lot of great writers in Nashville. They just lyrically, it's hard for them to be accurate
You can only
for Cowboys because we got to say stuff that our friends believe in and know. So like lyrically, they got to be super accurate, or our friends will call us out.
Right, exactly. You can only sing about trucks for so many times.
That's right. You know, so yeah, so it's been a good relationship for sure.
Awesome. That is so fantastic. Well, and like you said, pulling in songs from other people too. Garth Brooks didn't write all of his own music. So.
Right, and most artists cut outside songs just because they are great writers, and if they fit, they really work good. You know, and those really great songs they hold out for the really big artists, of course, because they want those songs on radio and they're big. So we're at that stage where we're right close to getting pitched really good ones, but still need to get there. So, you know, they hold on to those good ones.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I am so glad that you took a minute to sit here with us on the ranch stage and play some songs. And I'm sure everybody is super excited that Chancey's been on here. Thank you so
thanks
much.
for having me. Thank you guys for sticking around.
That's what we do. That's what we love.
Love it.
That was another On the Road exclusive with Britt.
That's perfect. We'll take it.
Social butterfly.
I can't believe this thing went viral. On 90.